How do we know the White Hats are in control? It's to hope to kind of reassure people, because we need to remove the fear and let what play out's happening, because step by step, we're getting closer and closer to endgame. The military have already won. Understand that. Everything you're watching at the minute is purely drip by drip information to wake up the sleepers. So this is anything that comes out. This is old news. Like tribunals, you're hearing about some tribunals now. Tribunals have been going since late 2020s, early 2021s. And if you want to actually read the detail behind them, there's a great site called Real Raw News. You're going to have to go back a little bit, but I've literally been reading all these for 2 years. And I'll tell you this, there is too much accurate detail in each of these for it to be false. Now, I heard that when they started these trials, there was 30 journalists that basically got a lottery ticket, where they've been allowed to document and record all this, and when they're able to start putting it out, they can do. But obviously some have been allowed to slip bits out. Because in the end, what you have to look at, there is people that are awake that need to see things to reassure them that everything is fine. And then you can't put too much out because it would scare the sleepers. They're not awake yet. Anyway, here's one that's a great one. So what was bothering me was, why were they letting all these people come over the border in the US? Thousands upon thousands upon thousands. Yes, the narrative has been there to show that the government's doing nothing, that the people in charge of the borders are doing nothing, and they're not supporting the border agents that are trying to stop it. So yeah, that narrative's going across so the sleepers can see that what they're doing is shit. But think about it this way. The wall was built. There was gaps left in the wall. How do you weed out the corruption? So if you think they've already taken the heads, they've been working their way down. So the big bosses have pretty much been taken out. But there is thousands, if not millions of minions across the entire world still trying to push their ideas. Still human trafficking, all the child exploitation, all the paedophilia, all this has been going on. So how do you find out where these people are going? So they're coming through and they're then disappearing throughout the US. Human trafficking, all sorts of things like that. Well, you leave little gaps in the wall, so you only have little areas to cover. Then the quantum computers are then watching and tracking where everybody's going. So they can see where everyone's going, this computer. So that's allowing the authorities then to track them down and then arrest all these people that are trafficking them. As I said, the White Hats are always 5 steps ahead. And this quantum computer is scanning every transaction that's going through continuously all the time. So they're continuously trying to weed out, through sting operations and stuff, all these little minions that are left around before we move across to the new system, where there can be no more corruption, no more wars. White Hats are always 5 steps ahead. Whatever you see at the minute is old news.